everyone. In this video, I'll be sharing the sample answer that I have made for this IELTS speaking part 2 topic. It's about a place away from your home that you want to visit in the future. In this topic, you should be saying where you would like to go, when you'd like to go, who you want to go with, and explain why you want to visit the place. Let us begin. Do some shadowing with me. To be honest, there are a bunch of places that I would love to visit someday. But I think the one that stands out is Africa. I've always been curious about Africa and I really wish to go there in the future, especially when my schedule clears up. I hope to go there with my close friend Jenny because she and I have similar interests when it comes to traveling. In particular, I really want to see the Table Mountain, and I also want to see a lot of wild animals in a safari park. Now, let me explain the reasons why I want to go to Africa someday. First off, when I was working in other countries, I tried eating African food and I was so surprised because African dishes were so mouth-watering. It made me want to go there because I really want to try authentic African food. In addition to that, I think African people are so kind and friendly. I met a lot of them abroad, and most of them are so humble. Last but certainly not least, I want to see the zoos and safari to see wild animals there. In particular, I want to see lions, tigers, and cheetahs. I think I will have a blast when I go there someday, and I think that's all I can say. Thanks for listening. Now let's move on to part 3. Where do people usually travel on holidays? I think it depends on the length of holidays and their budget. If they have a lot of money and it's a long holiday, people go to other countries. Sometimes they also travel to famous vacation spots in their countries. On the other hand, some people don't travel at all because they would rather stay at home during holidays. So why do you think some people think it's enjoyable to stay at home on holidays? Well, I think it's probably because they are homebodies. They love staying at home since it's more relaxing and comfortable for them. Perhaps they think that going outside can be expensive and burdensome. This is especially true when they have young children because it's so tough to travel when you have young kids. How do students who have taken a gap year differ from other students? Well, as far as I'm concerned, students who took a gap year are different because their break provided them opportunities to develop their skills. Perhaps during their break they work or travel abroad, and this experience made them mature and responsible. Other students, on the other hand, just focus on their academics and they're more stressed compared to students who took a break who are more relaxed. Do teenagers usually travel with friends or alone? Well, for the most part, I notice that teenagers prefer traveling with their friends rather than traveling alone. And it's mainly because it's more fun and exciting for them. If they travel on their own, I think it would be boring, and in general, parents don't really allow their kids to travel on their own because it would be too dangerous. What do you think is the most desirable place for people to visit during the holiday? Well, I think it differs from person to person. Some people prefer to travel abroad rather than traveling domestically. In my country, when we have long holidays, we usually go abroad or travel domestically. But there are also some people who like to travel in famous local tourist spots, so I think it depends on people's interests. What does tourism have to do with cultural exchange? Well, I believe that tourism allows people to know other cultures. If people go to certain places, they tend to learn the traditions and customs, and sometimes they tend to adapt the culture. When people go to other countries, they learn more about other people's way of life and vice versa. As a result, cultural exchange takes place.